Issue. Veterans pushed to the breaking point where they take their own lives. A lawmaker would like changes that would help the state to stop that.
As one veterans activist tells our own Joe Harris, this proposal still leaves something to be desired.
21-year Air Force veteran Lou McCollar says no longer wanting to live is the worst feeling in the world.
We have 22 suicides a day from veterans. That's unacceptable. Unacceptable.
He says factors that can push someone toward the edge include PTSD, isolation, and poor quality health care.
You look at the VA healthcare system and they're doing a lot better, but I've got veterans that were suicidal that couldn't get through.
State Senator George Duncan of Lincoln says his bill LB 414 aims to address veteran suicides in Nebraska. If passed, it would establish a suicide mortality review team under the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs. It would investigate veteran suicides in the state every year, and it would give an annual report to the legislature and DHHS about contributing factors to the veterans' deaths. That may also include recommendations for preventing suicides.
This information regarding suicide mortality can be gathered and then essentially put together in a way that it can be presented to the department, us as a legislature, or others in order to see what the true impact of a lot of the suicidality is having in Nebraska.
The Veterans Affairs Department supports the bill, saying it would help fill gaps in the data that the state is currently seeing.
We don't also have the supporting, background information to understand maybe the intricacies that brought the person to where they were, and then also a way to activate in order to take that information and publicly assist in helping to prevent suicides moving forward.
McCollar also says he supports the bill, but he'd like to see this suicide mortality review team go beyond gathering reports and interviewing family members of those who killed themselves. He says they should talk to veterans while they're still alive.
All the after effect of death is not going to give us the insight. Sure, there's drug use. Sure, there's alcohol use, there's financial difficulties, but what was the trigger that finally made them do it? And you're only going to get that from inside their head while they're alive.
He suggests doing that by sending veterans forms that they use to write about what they're going through without including information identifying who they are. In Omaha, Joe Harris, First Alert 6.
No one testified against LB 414 today. The Government, Military, and Veterans Affairs Committee first has to pass it along before senators debate it on the floor.